Hi, my name is Phil from Fun to Fix and welcome to my channel. This time we're going to attempt to fix this Frogger. Stay tuned. For more videos like this, please hit my subscribe button and also don't forget to hit that like. Let's get started. So we have the Frogger game. I bought this off eBay for a very small price. Can't remember how much it was, but it was only a few pounds. As broken, not working. I've had it for quite a while now, just haven't got around to doing it, so I thought I'd do it in this video. So it's a Frogger game. That'll be the game where you have to get the frog from one side across logs, across turtles, across to a little bay, docking bay at the other side of the road without getting run over by the traffic, I'm assuming. Turn it over, let's have a look. So this is what it says on the back. So it just tells you instructions how to play the game, and it says LSI game Frogger and Gakken is the name down there. So that's the only information that's on there really. So yeah, you operate the frog by control stick, compete for highest marks, so the frog may go back as safely as quickly as possible. So let's get some batteries in and let's see what is and what isn't working. So looking inside, it just takes 4 size C's. Okay, so let's turn it on and see what's happening. Oh. Okay, so we'll go over to B game. Off A, there you go, A game. But as you can see there's nothing on the screen, so the screen seems completely dead. Okay, so let's take it apart and see what's going on. So it looks like standard crosshead screws, so that should be quite simple. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and I presume if I take the batteries out there'll be at least 1 if not 2 more under here. Yep, there we go. So there's there's one missing. That's interesting. There's one missing there. And there's a screw in there. I hate it when you get that because that probably means that someone's been in it. But anyway, let's get these out and let's see what we can do. Okay, let's lift it up. Now there may be wires from the battery connector, so I've got to be careful here. Oh no, okay. So it's a totally separate piece there. It's like a magnifying glass to give you an impression of a much bigger screen than what it is. To one side, that's one side. And I'll turn this over, but all the screws will fall out, so let the screws fall out and we'll collect them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Whoa, look at that. Oh, I love that. Wow. That is very nice. So they've got, it looks like there's a bit of piece, so there's a bit of piece of perspex on here with coloured bands on, which will give you the colours of the actual frogs, etc. Got a score up there. Game over. How many lives you've got left? Yeah, very clever. So it looks like there's many connections to this screen down here. What we'll do is we'll put the batteries back in before we start taking things apart and just see whether there's not a lot in it, to be honest. So we'll just see whether anything just touching things will maybe make it kick into life, because it might just be a bad connector on the side here. So let's get the batteries back in. Turn it on. see where the speaker itself is. I can't. Is that speaker there? It's noisy. So there's nothing on the screen. It's very intricate. There's a little mark on the screen there, but I think that's meant to be connected. Looks pretty well sealed, that screen. Okay, turn it off, it's annoying me now. So what I'm going to do, can't see anything there, so I'm going to pop this board out. I'll turn it off because there might be a dry joint or something on the back of this screen connector. So let's have a look at that. I can only see this one screw here. Is that the only one holding the circuit board on? Oh, there's one here. There's not a lot in them really. It's like one complete chip Konami, so it's a Konami chip, and see the number on that chip. I mean, that in itself is probably just a game chip. A couple of capacitors, transistor, diodes. A few more capacitors there, but they aren't bulging, so they look okay. Right, see that lifts now. This screen's got a screw, so I'm wondering if that's also holding the board in. I think it is, so let's take this off. Right, so that's holding the screen steady. There's another one. Another one at the back as well. So 4 screws in total holding the board in. Right. Okay, it's loose now, so let's get that screw out. There's the speaker there underneath. Let's turn it over and have a look. Okay. So one of the plastic things fell off the screen. That's the other one. If something round here, connectivity is gone, then that's going to be very hard to fix because that connects directly into this plate. Very complicated in there. There's some marks on here, like somebody's wiped it, so that's a bit strange because you can't get, that's behind the screens from the front plate, so how has that got any marks on it? That worries me that someone's been in here before. But anyway, let's carry on. So what I'm going to get my eyeglass out and I'm going to get a good look around just to make sure we've got no dry joints on here. So I've had a good look with the eyeglass and I can't see any dry joints, anything obvious really. They all look pretty good, to be honest, for the age of it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to test the connections of all these to another side, wherever they go to, just make sure they've got continuity along them, just to see if there is any break in the track that I can't see. So let's do that. Standard meter and go on to noise. So what that'll do, that'll make a noise every time I get connectivity. So I'll fast forward you through this because this will just be annoying for you. So yeah, just tested all those connections on there and every single one does beep up, mainly on this chip and a couple of other places on the board, so that looks good. So let me check now. I'm going to see if there's any obvious power that would go into this screen, so somewhere it gets the power from to actually do the display. And Let's see if I can trace that. Okay, so I just spent about 45 minutes going all over this, just trying to see what I can find, and I couldn't find anything at all. But I lifted this up just to have a look underneath, and when I put it back down, what I have noticed, I'm not sure if you can actually see it now, but that leg there, leg number 30, wasn't very well connected to the board. And watch this. If I now apply a little bit of pressure on that leg, look at that. We have a screen lit up. If I keep that there, if I turn it off, back on, there, look at that. Look, I can move him left and right. Oh, he's died. So all I need to do is solder that back on, and we've got it fixed. So let me just get the soldering iron. I'll have a look, see what I can do, and we'll get this soldered back on. So let's take the batteries out first. So I need to get this in a position where I can work on it. I can see to work on it as well. Let me just check with my eyepiece. So it looks like that needs to be in the middle. I feel it's sort of clicking in, but I need to stay. I need to push it in. Can you see? Zoom in a bit, you might be able to see a bit better. Right, so see, this is so it's this one here. So if I push that back into its little gap, it's very hard to get it in. There, that's it. And if I can get a little bit of solder on the end of that, then I think that should do. So let me get the soldering iron. Okay, I've got my soldering iron, so I'll do it from this side. Seems to have taken. Okay, let's zoom out and we'll test that. There we go, pop the batteries back in. Power on. Okay, interesting. Oh, it's still come off. It's quite annoying, that connection. I'm trying to see at what point makes it work. So strangely, when I push this down onto the connection, just this bit by itself doesn't want to work. I'm pushing down on that now and it's not working. If I short that between there and there with the pliers, it does work. So there's some mess on here. Let's just try and clean the end of that up. Touching now. Well, how strange. That's better. I've just bent it a little bit to there you go. Right. If I can get a little bit of solder on that, that should hopefully do it. So let me take the batteries out and do that. Let's try again. Yay, that's good. There you go. Fantastic. Just make sure it's connected. Yep. Right, okay, so what we'll do is now we'll put it back together and we'll give it a little test. Okay, quick test before we'll put the cover back on. Yay! So let's put the cover back on now. Okay, now it's back together. What I'll do, I'll give it a bit of a clean and go from that. So there we have it, all cleaned and all fixed. So let's give it a little game and see what it plays like. Right, so let's give it a test. I'm going to put on the easy level because I'm not very good at these things. So here we go. It's a bit noisy. You see you got score at the top there, which is 0. All lights up. You can see the 4 at the very top there. You can see the 4 houses that I can need to get the frog into. And then you've got all the way from the bottom, you've got the cars to dodge on the road, you've got the turtles that you can ride on, and you've got logs to ride on, and then you need to get into one of those 4 houses there. So here's your frog at the bottom, and this here tells you how many frogs you got left. So I've got this one plus 2 more. So let's go, here we go. Oh. Ah! It's too early to get on them turtles. So one of my frogs that I've got live is gone now, so let's start again. Yeah. Log, turtle, log, house, yay, got one on. Turtle, onto a log, another turtle. Ah, too early. It's pretty good for this here. I mean, I think it's about 1984, something like that. I think this come out. So it's not a bad little game, really. Oh, you can't go into them areas where there isn't a house. It double jumped then and it went in there. So I got a fantastic score of 162. But anyway, it's working. And there you go. So all it was one of the connectors just on that on the display there, and this is called a VFD. So I'm not sure what a VFD stands for, but there you go, something display I would guess. But yeah, when the connector's on there, once I solder that up, then it all come back to life, and excellent, it was all working, so that's fantastic. So there we are, all fixed, all working. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that like button. Until next time, take care.